the Reveal family is really giving you a warm welcome. It's giving you a chance.
This is the Reveal podcast with me, Adam K, and over the next 60 minutes we catch up with the legends, KAAZE, Tim Hox and Plastik Funk, sharing their stories about their careers, music and life. We are here at Amsterdam Dance Event and we are doing the Revealed podcast. Welcome everybody. My name is Adam K. You'll usually hear my voice on Revealed Selected, where I get to speak with and interview members of the Revealed family. And right now I'm joined by three special members in Amsterdam. Let's go to them to introduce themselves. Would you like to go first?
My name is Mick Casanol, better known as DJ KAAZE. Just came from Sweden literally 1 hour ago, so I'm hanging in here.
It's nice to see you in the real life. Okay, take it away.
Yes, I'm Raphael of Plastik Funk. I'm here since Wednesday. And I'm from Ibiza, half German, half Spanish. I'm happy to be here with the Reveal family.
Again,
cheers.
And last but not least.
Yeah, my name is Tim Hox, and of course, my name is Tim, of course. But yeah, let's make that clear.
Some call him him.
Yeah, sometimes him talks. Yeah, of course.
Well, nowadays you never know.
Yeah, but I've been here since Tuesday, and I'm not regretting it, but I'm still a little bit tired. But
You're fighting it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fighting it.
Nothing a shot of caffeine won't fix. So look, it's great to be in the real life with you. Regular listeners to Revealed Selected will know that we've already spoken on many occasions and showcased many new tunes and specials as well. So it's nice and such a pleasure to be here, just talking. Over the next hour, I want to just delve into you as artists, humans, people, find out what's been floating the boat, if you like, for the last sort of 2 years, because it's been a long time. Don't want to spend too much time in the past, though, because I know that there's some exciting futures for you all. So I need to kind of dig all of that out as well. So let's just start with ADE, and let's think, and I want you to consider now your memories of ADE, all right? So let me come to you, Tim. The first ADE, the first memory, when was it? What can you remember?
Yeah, I remembered it like I was, I think, 16 or something like that. And you had this special place. It was a sort of conference that it was ADE Next, I think.
Right.
And then I always needed to have a football match on Saturday, but then I think it was on Saturday, so I needed to try to come out, and it was the first time I missed a football match. So I thought, okay, I need to go there. I want to be a DJ, and I was this excited young child, and I wanted to know and just ask questions to the DJs and stuff like that, because I never saw a real. I always thought they were English, but most of the artists that I then go to, they were Dutch, so I didn't know that. So I was just speaking Dutch. I thought, oh, he's speaking Dutch. What's happening? So really, yeah, that was really one thing that I really liked about ADE, that it's all in Amsterdam and that I just can go to there. And ever since I've been 16, I went every year. Unfortunately, not yet last year, but yeah, we're here, and I'm happy to be here again.
2 questions. What position do you play in football?
Yeah, I'm a striker.
A striker, okay,
yeah.
cool. And do you remember any of the DJs that were on that panel back at that first occasion?
Yeah, Hardwell. I didn't know he spoke Dutch. So
oh, he's so cute.
Yes, Dutch is great, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really insane for me too.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Rafa, what about you? ADE, like, do you have a favorite memory? Do you remember the first time? Like, what? Tell us, talk to us.
Yeah, actually, the first time was quite a long time ago. And we always went to a winter music conference in Miami. And I lived in Düsseldorf before I moved to Ibiza. Mm-hmm. So it is just like 2.5 hours by car, which is really not bad. And I never made it then, the first couple of years. And then the first time I was here, I was surprised because everything happened in that one street in front of the hotel. And you met like all your idols, like the producers and DJs you're looking up to, and they were just on the street. And I was like, damn, this is quite good, It's not like Miami where you run your ass off like for kilometers, like all up the beach to meet some of the people. It's all happening here. And it's like, it was more like a music family getting together, talking about music, talking about business. And yeah, I love that. And since then, yeah, it was the main date of the year to be here, to promote your music and to make new contacts.
Come on, Mick, what's your memory? What's your first time? What can you remember?
Well, I've only been there twice before. Like I came here 2018 was my first ADE. I used to live in America back then. But 2019 was kind of special for me because then I released my album. So it was like kind of my kickstart for an album tour. And I had my merchandise. We had a pop-up store in the middle of the street. It was super crazy. So like that was kind of like a special moment for me. And the album meant so much to me. So yeah, I mean, the whole pop-up store, fans came and, the whole week was like just hectic because of it, So
What was the best seller in the shop? Was it hoodie, hat, album, or what was it?
I think it was the vinyls because we dropped the vinyls and I was there signing them. So everyone who came in literally bought a vinyl as well. So I think so. But like the merchandise sold out in like a week. So it was really crazy.
Nice. Yeah. I love that. These are the stories. Everyone's got their own. And that, you could speak to, 100 people on the street and everyone would have their own personal memories, all equally good. And that's what Amsterdam's about, like you just said.
Yeah, but it was like, like 2019 is not long ago, but like in my own mind, I still have such a far journey to continue. Like for me, like the attention I got was like, I felt like it was more than I was, what I earned. Also like what I was worth, So that was like.
Wow, even then, like there's the imposter syndrome, isn't it? Like I don't deserve this.
Yeah, but it really felt like that. Yeah. Because it was just my second time here, and like, you're still grinding and stuff and hustling, and all of a sudden for this week I got all this attention. It was really crazy, but yeah, I definitely didn't feel like I was worth it really.
Crazy.
Yeah.
See, again, but now look where we are, and we've got many questions, so let's fire through them. We've got to talk about the fact that COVID happened, and I don't want to dwell too much on it because you've spoken and said things before, but I just need to kind of go back to get to where we are right now. Right. So 2 years has passed. It's been crazy. How have you got through it? Like, what's been the positivity that's pulled you through the last 2 years, because it's not been live shows, all right? So let's come, Rafa, you answer me this question first, if that's all right. Like, what is it that pulled you through these last 2 years?
I mean, it was quite a challenge right in the beginning, especially because in 2019 I played 190 shows, so it was on the road nonstop, and there was like by this it was over.
Yeah.
And I was in China actually beginning of 2020. When like 300 kilometers away from Wuhan, when the whole thing started.
Wow.
You were okay. Maybe it was us bringing it to Europe. I don't know. I'm not, beep.
Yeah, they all say that in Sweden too. They're like, "Yep, KAAZE definitely brought it."
I had some friends. When I came back from China, like all my friends didn't want to go to dinner with me. I was like, "Oh, you in China?
Really?
No, we cannot." I'm like beep beep. No, but especially the first couple of weeks were challenging. This was weird. It's like you drive a car 200 miles per hour, and then you stop it.
It's the real handbrake.
It's challenging. Like the first couple of weeks were great to relax, and then I tried to figure out what's the best for me. My hat, my soul, and it was always sports and music. So I tried to focus on that. Went to the studio and tried to work on my sound, find to bring my signature sound to another level, because I was quite bored of the sound I was doing before. Not that I didn't like it, but I did it for so many years. And I tried to evolve it and just try to work on that. And actually, that time made it happen that we brought it to another level and got even more successful. Plus, we made it into DJ Mag Top 100 last year, which was, I didn't expect it because we didn't really had the big budgets to invest into huge campaigns, So I think for me, it was just working on music and sports and just trying to find a balance between work, passion, free life with with your girl, with your family, and everything what is important in life.
Huge adjustments, aren't they? Because you've got to practice to be good at something, and you've got to practice to be a boyfriend or a friend or whatever it is. Because you said 190 shows.
Yeah.
That, like you said, it's a serious handbrake.
Yeah.
What sports got you out of the house, if you like?
I mean, I'm doing a lot of like just working out with my friends in Ibiza on the beach, but now we play paddle tennis. Here they call it padel. Netherlands.
With a wooden bat, no?
Exactly. Yeah, that's like the national sport in Ibiza, so everyone does it. Like so many DJs play it. Like I met Sunnery James and Ren Marciano at a party in Ibiza. We talked about music for 1 minute, and then we talked 10 minutes about paddle tennis. So it's like everyone is going crazy about it.
Have you played them?
Not yet.
Oh,
Actually, we need to do a
We
tournament.
can get a tournament going. This is good. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
We should do it.
Paddle is huge in Sweden too. Like,
It is too?
It's all over the place.
It is, but it's so much fun, you know. It's
It
like
is.
for people, you can play it right away if
Yeah.
you don't have any experience with tennis. And as more as you play it, as better you want to get. And then you're really with the experience after a year or two. It's super fun.
KAAZE, you up for a game?
What?
You up for a
Oh,
challenge?
paddle. The thing is, I played when it became really hyped in Sweden. I started playing it myself, but I go so all in. Like I got so injured.
You don't say.
No, but it's one of those games that you get injured if you like go too hard. Like you need to play paddle smart, you know. But I play it like it's football, you know. So
Dude, I'm all the same. So this is the team here.
We've got
We
team
don't play
revealed.
against each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be war.
Team revealed paddle game. So like we'll sort of game out against Sexy by Nature versus Revealed. We'll sort it out. All right.
Right.
Let me ask Tim the question: how did you, from 2 years ago to now, what's been the energy? What's been the positive things that have pulled you through?
Yeah, for me it was like I'm always started to. I've always been a DJ, so I always have played shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I thought, okay, I need to produce. So for me, it was really a strange shift between just focusing on my own music instead of only shows and then trying it out. And because it was the first time I released a song that I never tried out.
Yeah.
And for me, it was really strange. I got into TikTok as well, and I got into because I really wanted the same reaction that I got when I was playing. Because otherwise, you can see the comments on YouTube or on SoundCloud, stuff like that. But it wasn't really the same. And with TikTok, you really the immense, the viral, what can happen. That's really strange, and it could go easily viral, but also not, of course. So I really tried to look into how that works, and really worked out for me because, like, of course, I made a lot of music, and after a while, I got a little bit tired of it because I thought, I got 30 tracks right now, and I can make another one, but it doesn't. You cannot release 30 tracks in a year. And so I just tried doing other things. So looking into how to make sure that my brand, Tim Hox, isn't reliable on only gigs. So looking into stuff that I can do, for instance, looking in how I can create that my Spotify is working much better, and I get more income about that. And also trying to look into Spotify playlists that I can build on and stuff like that, merchandise. And really, it really helped me got a sort of look back to what I was doing and thinking, okay, this is not really good for me, I think, and get in a better place as well. Because I also read a lot of books about how you can make sure to be in a better state of mind and work on yourself and just try to stay positive, of course, and not look into the negative things about COVID, but also doing the things that make you happy. And I really stand by that, and I've really done a lot of great things, and it really worked out for me, I think.
I like that. It's like what you're saying is it's as important to have a don't do list as a to-do list.
Yeah.
Like, don't do these things because they're bad, but we can make space for things you actually want to do, which is great. And we need to talk about your social media, and we'll talk about that later in some detail, because obviously it's so important to us as artists and as brands now, and how we connect. So this is good. Let me speak to you then, Mick. Same question. What was the positive things that pulled you through?
I mean, as Tim just said about working on, social media and other things, that was one thing that I had to work so hard, because when the gig stopped, I realized how much I was counting on gigs. Like, all of a sudden I looked and I go, sure, you got royalties and stuff, but I don't have any other super incomes. Like, I was so, counting on that fee all the time. So all of a sudden I need to start thinking, okay, like, you need to find other solutions. Sponsor deals and YouTube channels. For example, like, I have a YouTube channel, which is great, but I never really paid attention to it. Right. And there's stuff to get there. There's money to get, So that was kind of my kind of positive, if I'm going to look at it as positive, that I had to work on myself, finding more sources and more like stuff to do, with your brand.
It sounds like you've all had a chance to kind of strategize more on, like, going through your sound or focusing on how you connect.
Right.
You know, what makes you, and like you put badges on your sleeves for everyone to see, like I do this and I do that, and they come on your journey more, right? And that's what, and everyone's, you, the three individuals are all on separate journeys, but there's lots of commonalities, aren't there, with regards to what you've got to do as an artist, right? So a lot of the Revealed family now, they're watching this and going, right, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that as well.
Yeah.
It was a sort of the perfect timing to reflect on yourself, because there was nothing that you could do. You can always stay at home, and because everything was closed, and of course you can go to the studio, but it was really the perfect time to just look at yourself and think, yo, what is going on right now? What can I do to make myself more happy? And I think that's really what helped, I think, for a lot of DJs, I think.
But DJs need gratification. Everyone likes to be loved, right? Everyone likes to sort of be told, well done. But actually, in what you described, I think, Tim, was just going to TikTok gave you that dopamine. You know, that like the energy of seeing a crowd maybe react to your record. Yeah. So how have you replaced that? What, you know, you've had to find something to replace that. So if Tim went to TikTok, Rafa, where did you go for that hit, if you like?
I mean, we did a couple of live streams on Twitch because fans really were asking for it, which also generated some kind of income, which was not too bad. Because, I mean, like we just said, it was quite difficult to make money. Like the government's support was not that much in Germany. So we had to find our way through. On the other side, we tried to find a way to see our fans in real life again. So we were the first ones together with World Club Dome who organized this car cinema festival, which was on 30th of April, which was like in the middle of the beginning, 2020. So we played these car festivals. Even some people were complaining about it because people are honking and stuff. But we had a stage. I saw real people and I was able to play music. And this, for me, is so much better than instead of standing in front of a camera. I can do it. It's fine, but I prefer real life.
Well, that dopamine, that gratification of seeing a reaction, or someone pressing that hooter is them giving you.
It was kind of a hey ho, like, but it felt great. And I mean, with the first event happened in Germany, then after other promoters did the same thing all over Germany, Austria, Switzerland. It was good. It was a way to get together. And after that, we had the table events. I mean, I promoted some of the parties myself, and it was good to have these parties. You know, it started with table events where people had to sit down. Then people were allowed to get up in like these little boxes. It was not 100%, but it was still 80%. I was happy with this 80%. You know, that definitely helped me. But we had the lockdown times where nothing was allowed, and during that time, it was challenging, but helped me a lot also to find other ways to generate an income. And I mean, I started my own coffee brand. I would have never done it without the pandemic, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about doing this with two of my friends for like 4 years.
Right.
But during the pandemic, the time was there, and my friends called me. It's like, Raphael, you have more time now, right? Because normally we can't even get a hold of you. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And we did it, and now it's there. And actually, it's a charity project also. We try to get money, fund money in a fund for artists, for musicians who couldn't make it through the pandemic. So it was a kind of a project which is like helping yourself and help others, you know? And I'm happy we did that.
That's cool. I'm coming, Mick. But you've got to give a plug to your coffee brand now. Come on.
It's called Musica.
And where
surprise.
Where do we get the blend? Like, where are the beans from? Are they like?
The beans are from Germany now. They are from Brazil and India.
Right.
And the roastery is in Germany, but it's an Italian company we're working together with. And yeah, I'm a coffee lover, so we wanted to do this for years, and I'm happy we finally did it.
I love this. It's like usually people put together cycling and coffee as a thing, but actually DJs get through a lot of coffee, and it's great to hear. And we should, I actually need to taste some of these beans. I need to hear them. I will
get you a pack.
Fantastic,
for sure.
Thank you. So Mick, let's talk about the dopamine. Let's go back to that. I'm a DJ. I'm so used to the gratification of a crowd reacting to my music. Where did you get your hit? Where did you get your fix? What was it?
I mean, it was really hard in the beginning in Sweden because when it comes to my brand, And like I saw my Dutch fellas and everybody that were doing all these live streams, and they were trying to reach out in that way. And I'm from such a small town in Sweden, so it was really hard for me to get access, like to live stream stuff.
Right.
And like there's no company in my hometown that really does that, you know. So that was really challenging. And those few times I was, you know, I managed to come down here and do some stuff with Reveal and stuff. But I didn't do my first real live stream until this year, you know, with DJ Mag. And so like, yeah, in the beginning it was really tough. But I found, luckily, like I went, like, and I did the whole gym thing. I went back, started lifting and started doing that, which was, I guess, dopamine for me, literally.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because you literally get that.
And we see the results, by the way. I was like, yeah, come on, good.
I mean, I've always been a little bit fit before, but like, then when when music really took over, I was in the studio so much. Literally, I saw on my phone, I remember many years ago, I looked at my phone and I had done 21 steps in a day. I said, do you understand? That's like taking a crap and then back to the studio.
Yeah.
That, you know, like, so like I obviously gained some weight. And I was like, when I came home from my last tour, you know, I don't even remember coming home. I don't remember the flight home. Like, that's how drunk I was. Right. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, now the whole Corona's happening, nothing's gonna, you know, I'm just gonna take out the alcohol, take out everything, and just start working out and see what happens. And then, yeah, that was really like kind of a little bit lifesaver for me.
This is interesting. I want to pick up on that then. So, have you gone alcohol free now?
No, not alcohol free, but pretty much. Like I can grab a beer. I can drink. I will drink.
Yeah.
And I will drink tomorrow for sure. But I mean, the way I was drinking on tour, like my last tour was like, I think I was gone for a month straight, pretty much shows every day, and I was not sober any day.
Right.
You know, so. And I've never been alcoholic or anything. I don't have a problem with it, but it was just, that's just how it.
Cycle.
Yeah, it's cycle thing, you know. Like you come to a new club and there's a new promoter, a new owner who obviously want to share a glass of champagne or a shot or something. You cannot stand there with a Fiji water.
No.
You know, that's kind of unpolite. So that just became a bad habit.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, the fun thing that I want to try now is to keep this healthy life. You know, workout, maybe, you know, every time you check into the hotels, you do your workout. Maybe you bring your proteins or whatever you're doing, right? And then and try to live that life and balance that with party, you know. Then I think, you know, you're going to just feel better because, I mean, every flight between shows is shit because of just, you know, pure hungover. So, like, that's my goal. Is like, okay, I want to make this a sport.
I like that.
Touring, you know.
It feels like you've gone and learned something about yourself in the last sort of 18, 22 years.
Yeah.
So let me ask the boys as well, like if there's been something that you sort of have surprised yourself with. I mean, let's talk about your entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe that was the one thing to think about, because I'm coming back to you. Tim, what's the one thing you learned about yourself over the last 2 years that maybe you didn't expect to learn? You know, like if you learned a new language or if you know, changed something about yourself and now it's like, well, I'm going to carry that forward.
Yeah, to be honest, I really learned to say no.
Interesting.
And listen to my body, because I've I had a sort of illness in my I don't know how to say it, but it's a sort of the organ in your body that keeps you in balance.
Right.
And I had a sort of infection over there for a week because I was only working when the pandemic was going on. And then I thought, okay, I really need to fix what I'm doing right now, because it's not really good for me, because I was working for Revealed things for the DJ promo and stuff like that, but I was also making late nights in the studio, and I was just working from 8 till 12 in the night, and then I did that every day, and after a while I just got a sort of just a sort of wake-up call, and I needed to stay in bed for a week. I couldn't do anything, and I really thought, okay, I need to change what I'm doing right now, and all the negativity that I had in my life. And I read some books about some philosophy about what you can do and how you can stay positive, and that you need to focus on those things. That's really what I learned for myself, that I sometimes need to say no and sometimes think about myself and not only about the group effort or something like that.
You've just unpacked a load of things I want to pick up on. We'll come back to habits. What about the philosophies? Were they like Roman, or are they? Who are you going to for some sort of?
It was I don't know if it's the right word in English, but it's
Stoicism.
Yeah, stoicism.
Yeah. So I love stoicism.
Yeah,
it's just interesting.
Yeah, and it's really something that really sort of came back to what I learned at school as well. I also did a sort of minor in Imagineering, and it was all about thinking about the chances instead of saying that it's not a problem but a chance or something like that. And of course, no, you don't need to deny that there's a problem, but you need to acknowledge it and go out of the strengths. And it's really something that I sort of live by right now, because I do think I'm in a much better place. And it's not that I was depressive or something like that. Of course, I had negative thoughts, but it was really something that I think, okay, you need to stay true to yourself and need to think about, okay, this is happening, but what can I do? And that's really something about the Stoicism is all about, of course.
Was it Ryan Holiday or about?
No, it was a book. It's Mark Tuitert. He had a book. It's called Drive.
Right.
It's from a Dutch not cycler, a Dutch skater, and he missed the Olympics for 2 times because he was just only working. And after that, he won the Olympics, even though that was not something that they planned because he was too old, or pretty much. And the whole story behind it is that he learned about the stoicism because of that, and because he did that like that, and what he get through it, he just won the Olympics because of that. And and that's really an interesting story. So I thought, really, okay, I need to learn more about that, and I need to just focus on the positive things, of course.
What I love is that this sort of cements the fact that if you want something different, you can't just do the same thing. No. You know what I mean? You've changed your habits, and now you're in a better place for it, seemingly, which is great. So, Raphael, tell us, what's the one thing that you kind of have changed or learned or developed over, apart from the business side of things?
Actually, it's hard to put it on one thing, but I think the most important thing is that I started appreciating moments way more than before. Because like when you're touring a lot, especially when you play like a month or 2 months almost every night, you're in this box, you're not thinking, you just go to the airport, you unpack your bag, you get ready for the show, prepare, you meet the promoters, you go for dinner, you play the show, you enjoy the show, you take pictures with the fans, you go home, and next day the same thing. But there's moments where you're not appreciate how amazing that is that you are playing in front of 500, 1,000, 5,000 people. And I really started like appreciating every moment I have on stage with people, like, because right after this lockdowns, I was playing parties with 50 or 100 people in Ibiza and enjoyed it so much. It was 50 people in front of me, and I was super happy. I was smiling like an idiot, for like an hour, and I was like, damn, this is so good, And the other thing which was really important for me is like to find a better life balance. I was always like pretty extreme in everything I did. Like when I did sports, I played baseball professional, so I was like focusing on baseball 100% and nothing else. And then it was about music, and I'm a workaholic. I work 24/7 on my career, on my music. But there's always something which is not taken care of. So I try to find a better balance in life. It's the same thing with everything you have in life. It's the same thing with food. You don't eat. If you have a burger once a week, that's fine. If you have burgers 7 times a week, it's bad. If you drink every night, it's definitely becoming a problem because it gets normal. But I try to find a better balance in everything I do. I'm far away from having a perfect balance, but I'm getting better, and it feels good.
That's great. And it goes back to what Tim was talking about now. Let's talk about daily habits. Now, as DJs, producers, humans, I'm a great believer in habits, and they help. The routine gives you some structure. Now, how did your habits change? And I'm sure they did, because obviously from the touring life to the home life. What does your daily routine look like now? I'm going to come to you, Mick, first. So your daily routine, the day of the life of you, what happens? How do you wake up? How do you go to bed, and everything in between?
I mean, first of all, everything became actually much better because of the pandemic. Like I was all over the place before. Like as long as I was making music, I was just, everything else was just a mess. But now all of a sudden I wake up like 8, 9 in the morning, which is still unbelievable. And I have my same breakfast, same meals every day because of the gym.
Give us some details. Like, are you waking up to an alarm? Are you waking up to a song? Are you waking up to a playlist? What are you having for breakfast? I want to hear these details.
Well, yeah, I got the wife, you know. I got the wife. She's there.
I'm feeling you, man.
Yeah, she's there, waking me up. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but most of the time good. Then I have my oats, protein oats. Like, it's like boring food, you know. Like,
It's not. It's
this is
fascinating.
workout food, you know. Like, yeah, every day I eat my protein oat from a company I work with, and
Which is what?
it's called Tyngre. It's like actually a Swedish protein company.
Right.
When they do, like, have you seen those barbells, protein barbells, and Nocco? There's like energy drink, yeah, whatever. But they're incredible, you know, to work with.
So is that a side hustle for you? Because I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Is that something that maybe we can talk more about that later? Much like, you know, a coffee. Is that?
Yeah, but that was kind of
Yeah, great.
It was kind of, as I said, I needed to find other things to keep things going. And then since I got so much into the gym, and I was doing it kind of public on my social media and stuff, I was like, maybe I can bring some companies on board with that.
Cool.
You know?
Natural fit. Perfect.
Yeah, they were kind of into it because, okay, we have a DJ, you know, who's working out, and that was not common for them, you know. So that was cool. But anyway, you know, and then I probably would make some quick music already, and then after lunch I eat my chicken rice, and then I go to the gym. I do that. I get that out of the way, and then I go home and I do as much work as I need to do, and then I end the night with Zelda.
This is this is again, this is just the really beautiful thing to know that, like, that's creativity is, we've said before, it's not 9 to 5. You've got to do what you do, but you have to create this like environment to be able to do it, right? And that's your environment, and that's what's great to hear.
Yeah, I mean, it was just good for me. As I said, I'd never had any habits more than the only habit I had was like I need to be in the studio at one point and I need to stay there, you know. So I've actually become way more creative in the studio now when it's all of a sudden maybe a couple hours less, but like I'm way more focused. I'm way more alert. I'm way more awake up here, you know. So yeah.
Interesting. Right, I'm coming to you now. Your daily routine, what does it look like? Are you a night owl? Do you wake up early? What's the story?
I need to wake up early. That's the bad thing. But actually, it's much easier to wake up early now living in Ibiza. I must say that island.
Can you stop telling us that, please? It's really
Can I say it again? Ibiza. No, seriously, that island. I would say saved my ass in many ways, like during the pandemic, because it's just the weather, it's the beach, it's colors, you know, it just helps you a lot. And like me and my girl, like the breakfast in the morning on the terrace, it is something we always did.
I can imagine.
And it really, really helps you to start the day right. You know, you appreciate life. It sounds super stupid, but it's really like that. You appreciate like how beautiful this world is and how good a start of a day is, you know. And then I have my studio days, I have office days, and I try to organize myself a bit better. Like before COVID, I was just like deleting fires and running behind my time. I'm half Spanish, so I'm always late anyways. So, but I got better, and everyone is happy. My family, my wife, everyone is happy that I'm more on time now. And the structure is a bit better. So like when I have a studio day, I do studio. Like this rule, like everything on its time, you know, like if you do studio, do studio. Don't do studio and be on the phone. I did this mistake for way too many years. And now I try to focus on what I'm doing and try to do it right. Still try to learn, but that's definitely something which was just helping me a lot to get better through my week and to get things done. I like to get things done at the moment, to have a list, because my to-do list before COVID was just like never ending. Now I'm closing lists, and I really like that. It feels good, makes you sleep better, you know.
And what are we a deep sleeper? You're like, I need to get to bed early, or you're 4 hours a night, 8 hours a night?
No, I need my 7-8 hours.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So how did you survive when you were touring on that then? If now you know that about yourself.
I don't know why, but I have this, like all my friends around me, even my tour managers were surprised how I managed this. I have no idea how, but when I know I'm on tour, I put on a switch and I'm on tour. It's like the last tour in 2020, we played 15 shows in 14 days. And I had a sleeping average of 2 to 3 hours. It's like I had this Fitbit watch, which was like counting my sleep. And after day 7, it says like, oh, not enough sleep to count your sleeping. And it was still okay. Wow. I was fine. You know, my tour manager was sleeping everywhere. He was sleeping at McDonald's. He was sleeping at Starbucks. He fell asleep everywhere, but it was fine. I was really okay. Like when I'm on this tour mode, I'm fine. I'm good. But after, then I come home and I need my 2 days to recover, to sleep, to sports, and yeah, I'm better.
Understandably. Tim, what's your pattern? What's your day? I mean, it sounds like you've got some structure in place. To tell us about it.
Yeah, so I try to wake up at 8, something like that. My girlfriend, I've been starting to living together during this pandemic, so that's really nice because I was always like on at 10, something like that in the morning, because I couldn't wake up at 8, but she wakes up at 8, 7:30 something, and I just wait till 8, and then I come out of bed, and after that I'm just, it really depends on which day, but sometimes it's work for Revealed, sometimes it's work for Tim Hox, and I try to structure that really good, and I started walking. I try to walk 5 kilometers a day. It's not every day that it works, but I try, because when I started walking, it was really something that I sort of get some headspace, and just also lost a lot of weight because I was really getting fat, and it was insane. Right now, I'm trying to get into the gym again because I was also doing that for a long time, but then the fitness the gym's closed again, and it was really something that I needed to pick up on again, and. Right now, just sometimes I'm walking, sometimes going to the gym, and I'm starting footballing again because I also didn't do that for a long time. So on Wednesday and on Sunday. So yeah, it really depends a little bit, but just daily things like in the studio, or I'm just working behind my laptop.
Do you think that when the world opens up again, the things that you've learned over the last 2 years, that you will be able to carry them forward? Or is it going to be, I'm going back to the way I it's the only way I can know, so I have to survive? What do you think?
I think I won't go back.
Right.
Because, you know, like, not just did I start working out, like I quit smoking and all that stuff, you know. So, like, I'm very motivated to make it, as I said, a sport. But also, like Tim said, you know, Tim is playing football again and stuff. And, like, if it takes off, you know, all of a sudden you're going to be gone. All of a sudden,
of course.
It's been 2 months and you haven't played football. So, like, some hobbies you're going to have to count on not being. I play a lot of golf, so that won't happen, you know.
See, why not? This is the thing. I speak to a lot of my friends about this. Is about we've identified what makes us good as individuals. So we can't now drop that moving forward, or can we? Because it sounds like you obviously golf makes you happy, but it's the thing you're prepared to drop.
Right.
Yeah.
So why? That should be top of the priority list next to studio, shouldn't it? I don't know. I'm asking.
Golf, you mean?
Yeah.
If I don't say my wife now, I'm going to be in big trouble. So I'm going to say number 2 is wife.
Of course. I meant that. Yeah. Good life, great wife, happy life.
Next question.
All right, okay. But you understand what I'm saying? I think you've identified it already, and I think it's really important that, you know, it's easy to sort of go back into what we were, default, if you like. And I think it's so important that, you know, we've identified it, and people watching as well have had that opportunity to identify themselves,
right.
You know, what makes them happy. And that's the thing. Put it on a list, man, and like, just make sure you do it, because it's got you to where you are now. And, you know, who knows what happens in the future. So let's go back to the start, like, of when you realized you weren't going to be touring. All right. And how did that make you feel? Like, do you remember that emotion? Like, hang on, it's just I'm going to cancel a gig and it's February, so it's cool. I'll get to do the festivals in the summer. Like, do you remember that moment?
Yeah, I must say, like, in the beginning, it was just like thinking from week to week. And I remember, like, how in the beginning we were still like trying to plan with shows like end of April, beginning of May. It's like, it's going to be open up again. And then, like, after 6-7 weeks, you realize, okay, this will take some time, you know? And actually, for me, it was a process to move from that, like, waiting from week to week to, like, okay, we have to live with this right now, and we can't fight it. It's nothing I can do right now from here, from home. So I have to find a way to live, you know, to not be in the position sitting at home on a couch like a angry tiger, and it's like, I want to get out, I need to fight, I need to work. So that took me a bit of time for sure. But after I realized that this will take some time, and I have other things to do, and I have good things to do and to take care of, it made it much easier for me. It's like for me, 2-3 years ago, when someone was like telling me a show is canceled, I was freaking out. I was seriously like making 20 phone calls to all my agents and try to fill the date again. Now, which worried me in the beginning, but it shows me that I got way more relaxed, is that I have a canceled show. I mean, I was flying to Mykonos, landing in Mykonos this summer, and I got the message in the moment where I was at the airport, like, your show's canceled, we're closing down Mykonos. I was not even getting angry. I was fine. I was like, dude, what can you do? It's like, go to the beach and get some sun, have a dinner, fly home. I mean, there's no reason to get angry and get pissed off. There's nothing you can change. And that's, once I realized that and tried to change my mindset in that way, it made life easier.
So, and I'm going to ask the same question to you guys as well, but so now fast forward to now, like the longest amount of break you've ever had in your life, and that first event back, what did that feel like for you?
Actually, that was, I think, one of the craziest part. I think it was a party I will never forget, because I went to Vietnam. I was the first top 100 artist in Vietnam after a year and a half. I was the first one getting a visa. And I was in quarantine for 2 weeks, and I spent my birthday in quarantine. And there was the second birthday in this pandemic, and it was in quarantine in a hotel in Vietnam. Thank God, with my girl. We had a good time in quarantine. Like the first 10, 12 days were fine. The last 2 days were quite a pain in the ass. But I finished a lot of music, and then we got out. First day in freedom after 14 days. I didn't DJ for 3 months, because it was between November and March. Everything was closed. That was the longest time I ever not been DJing. So I got out of quarantine. I didn't celebrate my birthday, and I had my first show. I got out on Saturday, and Sunday they did a party. It was just 600 people, but it was oversold out with a fan meet and greet and everything. So I celebrated my birthday. It was after quarantine, after lockdown, and I had a beautiful party with a sold out show. I was the happiest guy on earth. It was the best party ever. They brought a cake to my DJ booth, and we had an amazing time. I got really drunk in the end of the night. It was just incredible. It was a beautiful, beautiful night. I will never forget it.
Awesome. That's a strong memory to take.
Yeah, definitely. I will never forget that.
Mick, what about you? Like, going back to that emotion at the very start, like, talk to us about that first. How did you feel? What was like, oh, I'll manage, I'll be okay. It's just a month or so. Do you remember that time?
I mean, I realized when it was like, okay, this is going down, was like, because I actually had, I had Ultra. I'm gonna play Miami Ultra, and I had some New York. I had a U.S. tour overall, and I was like, that was one of my few milestones. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my own solo U.S. tour. Yeah. And when that one got canceled, I was like, okay, never mind. But yeah. I kind of blacked it out. I don't really know.
No, that's good. If it's a horrible memory, then you don't need to remember.
Yeah, I was like, okay, let's do the best, you know. I kind of just erased it and just thought of solutions, you know.
So bring us right up to the current day then, when for the longest break, whenever that first moment was, how did that feel for you? What was that emotion like, going back for the first time?
As you mean on stage?
Yeah.
I mean, I did, it was me and Reveal, we were in Denmark now in August, and like the show was amazing, but it literally felt like 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Like I was up there and I was just so excited. I was rusty, like so rusty. Like, because the thing is, I don't have CD players at home. I don't have a mix board to play around with at home. So that it was literally 1 year and 8 months since I was aware to play, but I don't know what's going on, you know, but...
So were you nervous? Were you scared?
No, I was not nervous. I was really, really excited just to be able to do what you love to do. But yeah, it took 5 minutes, then it was over.
But it must have felt good.
Yeah, of course.
And describe that emotion.
That's why it took 5 minutes. It was
just flown by.
Yeah, it just flew by.
So, did you prepare your set in a different way? Did you do anything different? And just go like, look, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is how I do it.
Well, yeah, I always try to prepare a little bit, you know, like I was trying to make it a little bit special, but it also depends on where you're at, on the planet. But yeah, I pretty much probably planned a little bit more than I would normally do,
right.
because I knew about the shows, the show like so. I don't know how many weeks before or months before, but since I knew we were gonna do it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start preparing now. So it was like almost over prepared, maybe.
Did it feel like the first time again?
No.
Okay.
No, not really, but. Yeah, I don't know. It was also because it was a really dope show. So it was not like the first time because it was a festival. It was a big crowd. It was like I'm very grateful that it was like a festival show.
Yeah.
Because I got to experience like a big, massive vibe again.
Great.
And
it satisfied that, like, yes, this is why I do it.
Yeah, like when those fire machines came on, like you were like,
Pumped.
Yeah, really pumped.
Tim, talk to us about the emotion of like, again, going right back and then bringing us to the present day and that first kick
I
drum.
think I can agree with Mick because I sort of blacked it out as well because I don't know for sure. I didn't realize it how I felt after my first gig again. It was really it's super strange because there were so many things going on, of course, and I've been down, of course, but I don't know when it was the realization that it couldn't. Because at first I thought it was also looking from week to week and thinking, oh, this will take a week, it will take a month, and after that 2 months, and then it became a whole year, and then still. But for me, it's actually 2 times that I could go back to DJing again, because we had in Holland we had 1 or 2 weeks that we could play again.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it closed again.
We were jealous. The world was jealous when that happened. We're like,
yeah.
where'd you go there?
Yeah, and that it was so strange because I always played at pubs before the pandemic because Tim Hox wasn't that big yet, and I still doing Tim Hox shows, of course. But my roots are in pubs, so I was playing the whole night again, and it felt like I cried after that because there was so much emotion. There was one track, and it was like, I don't know for sure, it was Killing in the Name from Rage Against the Machine. I played that track, and I saw everybody going insane, and I thought, yeah, okay, this is the moment what I've been waiting for again. This is something that I always loved to do, and then after that closed, of course, and it was really painful. But like yesterday was my first real Tim Hox show after 1.5 year, and it was like insane how many energy I almost forgot how much energy it gives me like that. And yeah, I'm smiling still if I just think about it, and if I'm looking at I think I watched over my story like 20 times or so. So yeah, for me it's like 2 times, and it's been great, I think.
What I love, and for anybody watching this, is you're proof that if you just do what you do to the best of your ability, you'll get there. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what the future looks like, but if you just start, then you've got a chance, right? And it's time to celebrate because there's been a lot of announcements in these last few weeks, if you like. So congratulations to all of you. I need to go to my fact checker just to make sure I get the right numbers. I mean, there's a lot of numbers here to listen to. So we've got KAAZE in the DJ Magazine Top 100 at 83. We've got Plastik Funk in the DJ Magazine Top 100 at number 80. And Tim, the 1001 Producers list, congratulations to every single one of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's got to be, out of where we've been, this is a great moment, right? This is like, thank you. How does that feel? Mick, talk to us. Like, how does it feel for you?
No, it was a dream for me. Like, it was unreal to see my name pop up there, especially during this time. As I said, no shows. I was so dependent on it. I had no budget, no nothing. And normally I don't really promote it, but I was like, I'm gonna try to go for it and just really try to, let the fans speak. And I was really trying to push it with my fans. And like when I saw my name pop up, that was unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Yeah. It's still, as I said, I've been wanted to be associated with DJ Mag since I started producing. So it's been a long ride. So I'm very, very honored to be on that list.
Just give us a timer. How long? Like in years? How many years?
Oh, like at least 12 plus years.
Yeah. You see, and it's taken with the effort, and now 12 years it's taken, but look at where you are, and that's amazing, man.
We're getting there.
Awesome. And it's, again, you could argue it's just the start.
Well, yeah, of course. I have big goals, obviously, like anyone else, but this is a huge step at least.
I'm coming back to your goals in a minute, all right? So just remember that. Raphael, talk to us about the DJ Magazine Top 100 and what it means to you.
Actually, some people say it's just a number, but for me, I was touring in Asia so much before. I had a couple of residencies, and I played a lot of shows in Asia and a lot of shows in China especially, and we built up quite a big fan base. And it was interesting to see how important DJ Mag is. I mean, for me, it always was something I dreamed of to be in. And then last year, during the pandemic, it happened for the first time. And I didn't expect it at all. Not at all. It's like, I just heard from our like agents and promoters like that received all this, this messages where people tagged you, that they voted for you. Right. And I was like, damn, this is so much, I mean, it really looks good, but I couldn't believe it. When I got the results, I was like, it was like really, I was speechless for a week. It took me a while to realize this. And but I had to celebrate it with like a couple friends in Ibiza on a terrace, So it was like, okay, it's great, but
that's a crazy party in these days, by the way.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's like to be in the top 100 was one of the reasons. Sure, they wanted to book Plastik Funk, but they wanted to have a top 100 artist in Vietnam. So it brought me there already. This year, I knew like everyone will promote like crazy to be in the list because everyone wants to be in the list to be touring next year around the world, especially in Asia. So I didn't know what to happen. Small budget, just fans and trying to spread the word that like, okay, if you want to support me now. So I didn't know what to expect. First, I got the news that I'm in, and when that night I saw the number, I was. It took me an hour. I left the venue for a little bit just to realize this, just to get this, and this number shows you the support of your fans. So it means the world to me, 100%.
I love that. Tim, you're getting accolades. Talk to us. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, like last year, I really wanted to be in the top 101 as well for the 1001 because of course, DJ Mag is a far step for now still because we really don't have the budget, our team and me. But 1001 was something that I could really have in my own hands because of I really focused on my DJ promo and really tried to get as much support as I could. And I do feel that like last year was a little bit too early that I got the hang of it out of it. What I needed to do to get in there, and now this year finally I'm just so happy because I couldn't imagine that I was place 41 to be honest. I my calculations were that I was around 55, even though I hoped just my goal was to get in there. Or was it like maybe it was 101? That was also fine for me. So 41 was like a major thing that I couldn't even. I thought he misspelled it or something like that. So
there's a lot of chats about goals. So even for each of you on your individual journeys, I want you to consider the most audacious goal that. I'm talking reach for the stars, land on the moon type stuff. Like what's left on the tick box list, if you like, but it needs to be audacious. Like what's the thing that you have yet to accomplish that you are on the way to doing? And I would like to sort of delve into that if possible. Now, you've just spoken about goals, Tim. Is there anything that's popping up in your mind about the audacious goal? What's your dream? What is it?
Yeah, my biggest goal, and then I want to quit. That's really my plan.
All right, this is it. This is audacious, everyone.
I want to do one world tour, and then I do think that you need to stop when it's all the best,
right?
Yeah, and after that, it always get worse after that, sort of. I think, and I really think that, of course, I want to DJ still, but if I do this one world tour, then I think, okay,
you've mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if you drag it out like a long world tour for several years?
Very long. One continent, 1 year.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. But I really do think that I just want to. Of course, it's something in mind, and maybe if I accomplish it, then maybe I don't quit. But still, it's just one thing that I really want.
That's the first target in the line of many. That's good. I like that. It's audacious, and that's exactly what I asked for. So, who's ready to answer that question next? Who's got something?
Well, since I was a child, my number one goal, like doesn't matter if it has to do with DJing or my own brand or someone else, but like one day I'm gonna have a Grammy on that show. So that is my, as a kid, I've said I'm gonna have that in my room one day.
I love that. That's exactly what we're talking about.
If I produce for anyone else or write something, that doesn't matter. But I want that trophy.
Yes, you with that Grammy. Excellent. Wow. I love that. That's awesome. Come on, Rafael, tell us.
I mean, I'm like actually every release for me is a goal. I want to have this release played by as many people as possible. And this is, I mean, sure, it's good to make money with music, that's for sure. But for me, that's the best, to hear your song played by other respected artists, or if you hear it played in the radio and people sing it out loud, you know? That's a great feeling. It's just you invest so much time, love, and work into a track, and if it really works out, and people, because you have to be lucky, you cannot plan a hit, but if you have one of these hits, everyone is playing, everyone is singing it, that's actually for me always the next goal. And to reach out to one of these tracks, which like really is played all over the world and all radios and everyone knows about it, that will be the next one, and then the next one.
And I think when you get to these targets, you then reset these goals. Some people don't, but like, you know, you get your Grammy, like, well, I want another one. I've done a world tour, I want another one. I've had a hit, I want another, you know, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's good. Let me just go through a few quick fires then, because we're running out of time. It's gone nowhere, time hasn't. Let me just ask, who should we know about that we don't know about? Like, who have you been listening to that's been really floating your boat these last 12, 18 months or whatever? Like, does somebody pop into your mind? It can be established. It could be someone you never heard of. But what's the one person that you want to kind of shine a light on? You've got an opportunity to shine a light on right now.
I want to shine on you, Tim. I think you're doing amazing stuff.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's really funny you say that. I just showed them when we were sitting here in my, you know, the DJ Mag, you just have this one track of the year. And now, I mean, it's like celebrating your birthday. I put his track on, you know? His track is my DJ Mag, like where he said like the track of the year. That's Tim Hox. So, man, it's like an upcoming star.
I'm a bit speechless right now.
It wasn't scheduled. It wasn't. It's not rehearsed.
No. It's a good job for sure, man.
I mean, Tim has done an amazing job this year. Also, Maddox, my good friend Maddox. I think he's doing a great job with his new style. I'm very impressed how he is very dedicated to it. Because I mean, I've loved to explore different genres over my same genre but different styles. I've done the rocky things. I've done stuff like that, you know. But Maddox is really going for it, and I think that's really cool.
How does it make you feel hearing these kind of like?
Yeah, to be honest, I never expected this. So, but yeah, it's been so strange. For this ADE is like the first time that I really have see what I've been working on the whole time, and I'm really happy with those kind of words. To be honest, yeah, I'm a little bit speechless, and I'm really, thank you guys. I'm really happy with that.
You're more welcome, man.
All right, here's a silly question. What's the one thing you've bought that you haven't really used over the last 2 years? You're like, I'm going to buy that and I'm going to do it. What was it? Was it a Fitbit, or was it like you must, because we've all been online and we've all been shopping, definitely, because we can't go to the shops. So what's the thing that you've bought that you thought, oh, just what a waste of money?
Where should I start?
Well, I mean, I have wasted so many golf balls, and they're all in the ocean. You know, they're all wet. Yeah, gone.
Is that because you need to practice your strokes? You aiming for the hole?
No, just just pure frustrated. You know?
So golf balls. What?
Golf balls.
Any of the things that you've bought and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah, I got a whole. I mean, I started with tennis and now I'm playing paddle tennis. And the thing is, I got a whole, like, because during the pandemic, I thought like, oh man, it's time to play tennis again as well, you know, because I played quite good. So I got the whole equipment, new tennis rackets, everything. And the thing is, if you play paddle tennis and you go back to tennis, it is the worst game of your life. Okay, I hit the balls like everywhere, but not on the court.
Right.
So that bag with the whole new equipment is in my trunk right now. I never used it for a year. So that was actually a waste of money.
We've gone full circle. We started with paddle tennis, now we're ending with paddle tennis. I like how you do this. Tim, what's the one thing you bought that you kind of, you know?
I bought a slow cooker.
A slow cooker?
I used it once.
Okay, and just for those that don't know what a slow cooker is, it's literally as it sounds.
Yeah,
right?
it's just a slow cooker. Yeah, it cooks really slow.
How spiritual of you.
Yeah.
What was the one thing that you cooked?
Soup.
Soup, slow cooking soup.
Yeah,
The thing that takes 5 minutes to warm
yeah,
up, right?
exactly. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it sounds really relaxing.
It just makes
so
that.
funny.
I had one as well. I just couldn't. And you cook it overnight, but you wake up to the smell of soup. I'm like, I really don't want soup.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, and the final question, the quick fire questions are. We've spoken about lots of things, but what's the one thing you wanted to talk about that we haven't spoken about? Like, what, did you want to mention a release? Did you want to mention something? What's the one thing that you wanted to talk about that I haven't given you time to talk about?
Well, I just want to take a moment, just again, to thank all the fans out there, all the Reveal fans for, supporting Reveal during this time. We have our super boss Hardwell chilling right now, and the label is being carried by other artists right now, and that's something we fans and everybody has to appreciate. It's a big thing actually, to not have such a big name as Hardwell himself releasing music on Reveal, and Reveal is doing so good, and the fans are still there, and Reveal are, showing all these great talents, I just want everybody to take a moment to be grateful. Everyone from the artists to the people who work for Reveal to the fans, it is different. If you look at other labels run by other DJs, they're, it's not the same as here. That just shows how powerful Reveal is, which is amazing.
I've said it, I'm relatively new to the Revealed family, being part from the inside outwards, and you don't realise how big the Revealed family is until you're in it. You know what I mean? And I echo that, because everyone's been working and making amazing quality music and promoting it in a really way. And Revealed Selected started during, Hardwell stopped, and then we picked it up. So yeah, I echo that. Is there anything else that you can either say the same, you can say something different, or you want to say?
Yeah, I can totally agree, because I'm quite new to the Revealed family, and Revealed for me always was like the number one label for big room music. To be a future house bassist producer coming to Revealed, for me the main reason was the team. Because the team who works here is young, is fresh, it's creative, and I love that. I love the way, like, if you're sitting together, people putting out your music, and you see like they're on fire, makes me feel good as an artist, because I know some labels take your music and just throw it at the wall and see if it works or not. For me, it's good to see if you invest a lot of love and work into a track. I like to see the label doing the same with the track on the marketing of the track, and the Revealed is just doing a great job. And on step 2 is, and you said it exactly right, I mean, the Revealed family is really giving you a warm welcome, it's giving you a chance, and I think if you love what you do, they accept you. It doesn't matter from what kind of genre you come, and I really like that. I see the Revealed fans coming to my shows. I saw them in Asia, I saw them already in Germany, and it's great to see that how they bring a lot of kinds of music together under one umbrella.
Well, you've got Gemstone, you've got Radar, you've got Revealed itself as well, and that's what I love about it. It's if you don't like this, you'll like that, and if you love that, you probably love this, and that's the great thing, is that it's all there. So Tim, you from within.
Yeah.
What have you got to say about it all?
Yeah, to be honest, I the only thing I gotta say, I'm super happy to be here, of course, but for those young producers who are listening, it gets better if you just pay a lot of time to get there, and you set your goals and you have your clear thing in mind. It will happen, but you just work hard and work smart. You need to work smart, not too hard, of course, but and I do think that like this whole 2 years has been amazing for me because of what the guys say. Yeah, the Revealed family is amazing. I've released on some other labels as well, but I never experienced the love and appreciation about those fans as what we have at Revealed, and I'm really looking forward to the future, to be honest. And that's just the one thing that I want to say about it.
Well, it's been fun, it's been insightful, it's been educational, and we should do it again soon.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
100%.
Let's do it on Revealed Selected.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is available on YouTube if you want to watch it. Everybody, thank you so much for sharing the stories, Tim.
Thanks for having us.
For this.
Yeah,
And,
thanks, Adam.
You know what? I'm excited about what's going to happen. There's a lot of energy, I know. And I've not put you on the spot because I know that we are about to hear and see everything unravel really fast, and I'm so excited about that. And I know the Revealed family are as well. So thanks for being open and sharing, and just thanks for being here, part of the family. If you've liked this, then there are other episodes as well, so go check those out. Follow us if you're not already, and show these guys some love. Make sure you follow them on their socials as well. Tim's really big on TikTok, you might watch. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam.
Nice work.
Thank you.